welcome back. Yeah. Sorry if you see me looking a different way. We'll get into this. So, welcome back. I am Susan. So, welcome to Susan Spectrum. Um, so I'll go ahead and get the spill out the way. I am a master Reiki energy healer as well as a master energy reader, and that's what I do here on my channel. So, yeah. So it's important to know as soon as I hit that record button, everything in a reading, every sound, color, shape, everything is imperative to the reading. All right, so we got that out of the way. All right, so this is going to be a tea time message, and I was guided to. I started the tea time messages for this year, 2023, last week, and I'm guided to put all these tea time messages into their own playlist, and so I'll be doing that later on when I get home today. So this is going to be number 2 that we are starting off in our tea time messages. Now our tea time messages are a little bit different. All right, there because it's a time to, and I was guided to name this one in particular, reflections. But that's kind of like what we do during this time of tea time. We take a little bit more time out, and to really look and reflect on everything, and it gives me time to really break down and show you a little bit more of how God speaks in the different languages of God. All right, so a spirit. So that's there. And why I said it's a little weird, I'm in my car, so the challenge already began. So let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, what's important to know is I'm in my car, and it's weird because how I've got my camera set up. I'm wanting to look here, so like if I'm looking at myself, but as I say, as I'm videoing, it's gonna look not like I'm looking, like I'm talking to y'all. So I need to look here at this dot, and that's very hard for me to look at one point. So that's important. So first of all, Spirit wants to get there's something very important. One point that you need to look at if you want to be clear on something and you want to engage. All right. So that's important to note. Also, Spirit is bringing back that let me just slow down. Hold on. I think I need to take a breath and let's say a prayer because I don't want to miss anything. It's like I'm going so fast, I'm jumping. And, yeah, so Holy Spirit, Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, ask you to guide me with the highest white light. Ask you to give me clear, concise messages for the collective during this tea time. Thank you. And, yeah, I just feel so much clearer there. Just getting that out the way in the beginning. So, and just being fresh. So, here we go. It's in this number 2 is important. I'm seeing partnerships. I'm seeing balance. I'm seeing, oneness. I'm seeing it go around and around like this. I'm seeing it like, in the brain, a wiring and going like this. But it's almost like a weaving together. I'm seeing marriage. Spirit brought back to me with the last ring that we had at the end when it was the High Priestess. This is for moving forward. It was the High Priestess and it had 2 X's. And I didn't know until, oh gosh, this is so important. I didn't know until later on that evening after I gave that message, I was pulling a rune for myself. Now, I have made my own runes, and I made them about a year ago, and I had this little booth set up, and I was giving tarot card readings, and I was going to start adding the runes to my readings. So I made my own, but now I put them up and I started rearranging my room. Y'all see in the next video, my office area. And when I did, I come across my runes. I was like, awesome. So I put them on my nightstand and I decided to pull, okay, bring it back. So I knew yesterday that I was going to bring forth this reading. The Spirit told me I was going to bring forth the reading. And I pulled 2 cards. We'll get into those because I wanted the overall reading because I was going to start the reading yesterday. But I pulled those 2 cards. We'll get into that. And but I never did the reading yesterday. And I need to bring forth the reading today. Spirit's bringing out this camouflage shirt. So something was camouflaged or something is camouflaged. And again, I pulled 2 cards, and it wasn't that I pulled 2 cards. I pulled 1 card, and when I laid the card down to reflect on it, it turned sideways, and I knew that was Spirit guided me. I knew that was the overall message. That was the situation, and the underlying card was what was happening. All right, so all this will tie into each other, and that's what's so important. So please stay till the end. Please stay till the end. Let me look over here. So yeah, and I'm seeing, like, I keep wanting to grab my hand like this, so I'm feeling like a pointer. So there's a point to be made. All right. So when pulling these runes, I pulled again. So we're back to, I pulled a rune later that night. When I pulled the rune that I pulled out of all the rocks, I made them myself, right? And I went through. They were in this little cup. I pulled a white freaking rock with no writing on it, because, like I said, I'd done it myself. So when I went through, and I was through with the rune alphabet, I thought I got rid of my excess stones, all of them, but obviously there was 1 left in there. But that was for this time. So there is a white rock, nothing written on it. So it brought me back. I was like, whoa, this, like, Spirit giving you that new name. So something was put to death. I saw it as like this tombstone, and it was just like, what? Like, it was clean. There was no name on this rock. It was clear. And then I was like, okay. And I saw when I put the rune back down in the little cup, there was the X. It was the same X from the 2 X's on the card. Again, the High Priestess. And I was like, well, let me look and see what this meaning is. So there was a brand new beginning and death and whatever this was, but everything been whitewashed and a brand new beginning. And that X stood for marriage. When I looked at the meaning of the runes, I was like, whoa, so this is like the second marriage, or you maybe already had 2 marriages, and the third, I mean, so you'll know how this relates to you. Alright, so now mind you, I wanted to go ahead and get started this reading because I told you I'm out doing something. Well, what I'm doing is my youngest son is in homeschool, whereas my oldest son is still in public. So that's important. So there's 2 different male energies here, and they're 2 totally in environments. And as I was bringing him up here today, I knew that I was like, well, I'm going to, while he's doing that and I'm having to wait on him, I'm going to give this reading. And so I started preparing myself, get my mind right in that setting to receive messages from Spirit while I was driving up here. Well, I stopped at McDonald's to get something to drink first. And in a box, on the back of this gentleman's car that was in front of me, it was in a square box, clear square box, and it said, don't lose sight. I was like, wow, Spirit. So, yeah, collected. There's something about that. It keeps going back to the square. The square is like, again, boundaries, 4 walls. I'm saying a home. I'm saying contentment. I'm saying Metatron cube. And I'm also saying that cube, when you turn it to the side, the shadow of a cube, when you turn it to the side, it changes from a square to a hexagon. So that's important there. So I'm going to try to make this quick as I can now that you're out. So just bear with me. But, yeah, since I started, I got to get this out. So I'm going to, that's the download message. All this is channeled once I begin. So let's just go ahead with the tarot card. So what I'm going to be pulling from, what I showed, the 2 cards that I pulled, the 1 card that I pulled for you the other day, that we got the 2 messages from, or that I pulled the card for you yesterday, but there was something hiding behind it, so that's where the 2 comes from. Alright, so this is the deck that I pulled from. Now what's important to note too is that with this deck, this is an advanced tarot deck. So I've only used this twice. I don't give it readings with it twice. I haven't broken out on here because it is such an advance. I want to show y'all, and so I show y'all the cards. But this is a very much more advanced deck. So I'll just put it there. So it's not for me to break out in front of everyone, because unless I because I want to get the other one to have understanding. But even though I understand this, but it's something. It's time to be shared with everyone. Don't hold back because if someone else doesn't understand what you're doing. All right. First of all, just because it's just they don't understand because you're on a very why am I shuffling this already? Spirit wanted me to show you those last two cards. I already shuffled them up, so I got to tell you what it is. All that's important. So the first, no, I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna pick it out. I'm gonna go find it. Oh, this is important. Wow. So, yeah. So what it was I know as soon as I see it. I ain't got 10 minutes. I gotta show y'all. So wow. So this is something that you're very advanced at. Someone else is, maybe they don't understand and won't be able to see around you, so you can't break it out in front of them. You've been having to hide this, not hide it, just really you couldn't share it with anyone. It's more you couldn't share it with anyone because they wouldn't understand. Okay, you know what this is for you. Let's see. I'm going to find it. We're halfway there. So yeah, this is definitely a very advanced deck. There it is. There it is. I didn't have to go to the end either. I still, like I thought I was going to have to go all the way to the end. There was still about a third left, and I got it. So, the card that I pulled for you yesterday, and you'll see what I mean by this is a very advanced deck. Alright, is the Three of Beasts. Well, I got, first of all, the Three of Beasts, that would be like the Three of Wands. So, usually this is about merriment, people coming together, a community, a group. But there ain't no group here. So, this is about you who has stood alone on your own path. This is a dirt path, so this ain't a path that's been traveled at all, a lot. Maybe it's been traveled a lot because it is a dirt path, but it isn't, and ain't no concrete on it, so it's not widely traveled. This is only traveled for people that know this road. Alright, and the people that know this road travel it, because it's smooth. So, but you're traveling on this path alone. Even though you know others have traveled this path, you can't find them. You're on this path completely alone right now. And what's also important to know that with this Three of Beasts, you see like something's missing, like her other leg. So something's missing on this path that you're on. You know that people travel this, even though you can't find them, so maybe you don't see how to make something work. I'm seeing your aura is so big that you have like this protective tunnel. So I feel like you've got you've been on this path and you've been so protected. Like God's put you in this bubble. And you're like, you see she's to keep you protected. You see her arm right there with that bandage. And this, whether that stalking, so I'm seeing like a sexual picture. So, and that's what's been missing out. So God's had you on this path, Spirit's had you on this path alone, missing, I'm saying celibacy. And that was important because when I see this now, that is, I watched this last night. It's like, oh, what is that? It's a key for sure in astrology. It's like to shoot you somewhere. Like this was, God kept you, and you were put in this time again of reflection. Spirit wants to show you and of celibacy on this path to keep you along so that your aura could grow that big too. So you can just put your hands in the air and just, you could completely, and that's worship, surrender to your path. Yeah, and this has been, I don't know why I want to let you so high. This is, this has been a time thing. There's something about time here. And it's on the 6th. So it's 6 o'clock. So, that's like midway. But it's like almost 6 is a man, the number of man. And what was behind it when I sat down, what was the, you know, what was coming up was, and what was happening right now is that Ace of Curses, which is the Ace of Coins. So this is kind of like a new beginning in career. But just how this skeleton, so something that's been dead. It's going through her hands, like, I'm saying, you know, your hands, there's a scar on it. So, you know, this is someone that's worked with their hands a lot. Who's been, you know, who's had some injuries. But it is cut. Like, why is it? There's something Spirit wants me to say here, and I want to get this to you. It's like coming through to heal this. Something that was dead is going to come through and fill this hole. You know, it's almost like having a handout. Time of being a handout is over with. 10 of coins. Yeah, this is like people hiding in the shadows and pirates. And keeping their mouths shut. There's 3 people been trying to keep their mouths shut. This hiding in the shadows. This been pirates for you. This has to do with lovers. So, you've been kept away from this. From people lurking in the shadows who just want from lovers from that are pirates, and that's why it's missing. Is you feel like that's all that's around you is watching you. But at this time, this is very. Well, we're gonna wrap this up, because I am mindful of those around me. But the Knight of Curses. This is someone who's got their own flame, who is, even though they look like look, their shadow, but come behind them looks like a boogeyman, but they ain't no boogeyman. So I feel like someone's Spirit's telling you to pick up that bone, throw a dog a bone. This is someone who used to be a pirate is going to pick up a bone. Because look, their pants are kind of like, they're almost like, they're coming with, looking like they got the light, but right behind them is a big ass shadow. One more to clarify that. 10 of Curses, 10 of Wands. And look, that's an island back there. So, and the last reading was about an island. Oh my God, I'm seeing that a rabbit in there too. So, like this Alice in Wonderland, like that island that you thought was going to be so abundant really kept you out there. And so what you need to see now is while you're hanging on this cliff, again, look, you see it's like a cliff. The cliffhanger back from last reading is, you need to look at that island and remember like how fast that can just really electrocute your ass. Or maybe someone's looking at you as that island and your abundance, and it's killing them. It is over here watching, it is killing somebody else watching your abundance. 7 curses because this game has been played. But there's a Pisces involved here. There's a spiritual game that's been played. Oh my God. Someone's been drinking here, and someone's been, that's like a day, that's a, you know, fillet of fish. Oh. There's that leave off right there. There's some secrets that was just told. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I'm sending you so much love and light. Yeah. Let me finish handling the rest of my business. I love y'all so much. Reflections. Oh, look at this. Look at this. The point. Reflections. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next tea time reading or any collective messages that may come forth. And don't forget to share this. Let's make this go round. Infinity. Bye, y'all.